It's boy. Greetings and welcome. I was just sitting here and I was like, when Jeff Jarrett said he'll be in Huntsville, Alabama, I was like, oh shit, my neck of the woods. Huntsville is like 2 hours from me. I looked up the tickets and I can get like front row seats or down there at the floor for like $75. They got plenty. I may end up going to this show. I may end up going. I don't know what to say about tonight. I would do a compliment sandwich, but I don't know how to do it. This show was weird and it just was there. It was just there. You didn't have to watch it. Nothing happened. The big meetup, clash, whatever talk, that probably shouldn't have happened. That could have been done in a backstage segment. But I would say this for you, Tony. This venue looked way better than the Chicken Shack that you had in Cincinnati. I like the vibe. Tony, you need buildings like these. In every city that you go to, they will have them. I'm pretty sure they got a building like this in Huntsville. Like I say, I may go. You know, that confrontation started the show off. So they wanted to get the viewers first, get that out the way. Because that was the building point for you to watch it this week, just to see what they gonna say. But Ospreay was like, look, man, it's different around here now, man. You know, Moxley taking everybody out. Fuck Darby Allin up, Daniel Bryan, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to go over there and deal with that. But Don Callis and them just keep on fucking with me. I need help. Kenny, he said, listen, I haven't forgotten about what you did to me. You know, you trying to act like we ain't like our beef is squashed. Our beef ain't squashed. Remember what you did to me last time? You tried to kill me. And then you tried to take a screwdriver and stab me in the face, eye, everything. You know, I'm back now. I'm number one, you number two, and that's how it's going to stay. So Don Callis came out there. And then before he said anything, Kenny tried to go up there with him. And then out came, what's his face? Brian Cage, Takeshita, and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher, what was the point of putting him in that tournament, beating all these people? He's just a nobody. I don't like anybody up in this group that they have right here. And they can't do a good beatdown to save their lives. I don't know what we're doing here. But they fought all over. The place that they was at, it looked like it was it's like the building wasn't big, but it was enough. I need to look at how many people were there. But it had like this back area. It's like bleachers behind that. And that's where you're like the concession stands and the merchandise. They fought out there. At this point, what's his face? I don't know his name. What's his name? They call him Lance Archer. At this point, Lance Archer came out there. And then Ospreay was dealing with him, but he needed help. So then he called for Omega to come, and then they gave him a suplex. All the while this is happening, while they're trying to suplex this man onto this table because they have to do the spot. They have to break the furniture. You have Takeshita, and you have Brian Cage, and you have Kyle Fletcher somewhere just watching this happen because they have two cameras. And when they cut to the other camera, you can see Brian Cage back there with a trash can in his hand because it's not his spot yet. It's shit like that just like, it's just that indie shit. I don't know if that's indie shit or that's just like you shouldn't be doing that. So then they go back out and they fight out in the arena. And then they get on like these, Lance Archer or someone helped, because that's basically what this is participation here. Ospreay was on the balcony where the people were, and Kenny was on a truss where the lighting equipment is, you know, that whole shit. And they did a moonsault off of it at the same time. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty cool to look at. But the way that they shot it, I didn't see all of it the way I wanted to see it because of the building. I don't know, like the wide shot caught everything, but that's something that you need to be close up on so you can see it. Because all I seen was them just do the flip. I didn't see the landing, and they missed it with that. But then, you know, he said, then after that, that's when Kenny and Will climbed the truss and said, you know, Grand Slam, how about we go against y'all in a match? I don't know, man. I just, that's not what Kenny nor Will Ospreay needs right now. The Don Callis family is just not a good stable. Everyone in there, they just seem like losers. Takeshita has that international championship, and that championship don't mean nothing. He just seems like a loser. I don't know. It just, they're talented, but I don't care. Does that make sense? They're talented, but I don't care. You got a video with Pac because he's going up against Adam Copeland. They keep calling this man Adam Copeland, you know, and his name is Cope. So why the fuck you change it? Like, ain't nobody gonna call you that unless you just Justin Roberts and you come out there and you say his name like that. But when I was watching this Pac video, and I was like, you know, when Neville came over there, he could have not only be in a big position, but he could be the world champion. He got over there, and I'm like, he's in the exact same position as he was when he first got there, like a lot of people over there. That's what's frustrating. It's like no one's been elevated. Everyone is just the same. You've just been seeing the same person. So even when he's on TV, you know he's going to take the L. So it's like, why should I care about him? You're putting losers on TV constantly, Tony, without really elevating nobody. So when I saw that he was going to go up against Cope, I knew he was going to lose. So I didn't care. You got Mox in the back with Wheeler Yuta, who looks like if Bruce Lee just, after Enter the Dragon, he just grew his hair out long and just grew a beard. I was smoking when I was watching it, and I was like, he looked like Bruce Lee, but if he had a long beard and some hair. You know, he's back there saying, you know, Edge, watch your back, basically. It's a tough world out here, and some people might get fucked up. I fucked up a lot of people, and you are going to be next. This Death Rider thing is just not working. And I just really want to see, Kenny Omega or what's his face? Will Ospreay win the title. They should be the ones. But it's going to be Darby Allin. And if that happens, Tony, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. You already in trouble. But you're going to be in even more trouble if that happens. But it's going to happen. So you'll see. The Hurt Syndicate came out. They got a match with Private Party. This was a bully match. Okay, you already knew that these boys needed to be champion. You have grown men wrestling boys, and they beat the shit out of them. They hurt them, and the crowd was loving it, chanting, "We hurt people, we hurt people," but Tony gonna fuck this up. You got another thing right here, Tony, don't fuck it up. You got little kids outside with a sign, not outside, but you got kids in the crowd with a sign that says Bobby Lashley for world champion. But I'm sorry, kid, that is not going to happen. That's going to go to Darby. And then that's going to fuck up everything. But the Hurt Syndicate are the tag champs, rightfully so. They need to, because every champion in that company needs a reset. Except for the tag team championships. Now we got the reset now with the tag team championships. We need a reset with everything else. The world title, the women's title, both of them. The trios title that you're not using. Why the fuck you have those belts? I don't know. You got a video package for Mariah May, another title that doesn't need the title holder. Since Mercedes is doing this whole collecting of the titles, wouldn't she want to get the main title? That's stupid to me that she didn't do that already. Yeah, I'm in a promotion with this other girl. I don't even know. I can't even remember Mariah May's matches. I don't know. I don't want to say that she's not good, but she just don't do it. I don't know. It's just something about her I just don't like. Like, I don't think she's good in the ring. She's not bad, but then again, she's not good. She reminds me of somebody who's just getting into wrestling. I'm talking about like a month in. You got thick Tony backstage. And some woman with titties all up in your face. She just come in acting like Scrappy Doo. She's just so fiery. She's just whatever. I don't even, at this point, I was so high, I didn't even know what was going on. All I seen was titties, cuz. That's the only thing I thought about. Big ass titties. And thick Tony. I don't know what they said, but whatever. Jeff Jarrett was in the back. His wife came to him and said, "Look, man, last week you tried to go toe for toe for that man, and it really didn't make you look that good. Just please, I don't want you to do that." That's what the people online said, like Dave Meltzer and Wade Keller. And you go to Wrestling, E-Wrestling, and all that news sites. Everybody's like, he's tried to go toe for toe for him on the mic, and it really didn't sound all that good. Me personally, I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was all right to me. But then he was like, I shouldn't have gone back and forth. He told a story about Jared the King Lawler. I was so high at this point. I wasn't really, from this moment on, I'm sorry, but I don't really, I was gone. But he was talking about Moxley. I wanna get a shot. Talked about how he came up short in the Owen Hart tournament. But then when he called out Moxley, Claudio came out there, got the drop on him, knocked his ass down, and then just said, "If you want to go to Moxley, you got to go through me." Then he got out and he just walked into the crowd, and Jeff Jarrett got up and he looked back and said, when he was walking away, he tried to act all tough. "If you want to get to Moxley, you gotta go through me." And he tried to get out the ring, and then he threw the mic at him. But then remember that he had to go say something else, so he picked it back up. Did you catch that? I caught it. So then when he walked into the crowd, Jeff said, turn your ass around, cuz. Turn your ass around. He said, now you know me better than this. He fucked that up. He said, you know me better than this. I think he meant you know me better than that. Says that nothing ain't gonna stop him, and you might as well, you gotta kill him to stop him, you know. Says if I beat you next week, I'll get a match with Jon Moxley for the world title. Who the fuck do you think you are, sir? But I guess you can make matches now. Without no authority whatsoever. Just say it like manifestation. And then Claudio was like, okay. And that was it. How much you want to bet Jeff Jarrett wins that world title? How much you want to bet? Somehow, some way, Jeff is going to win the world title. Because that's the story with him. I want to see him win the world title. Is it because they think, meaning Tony, think that John Cena is going to get 17? So he thinks that I got to beat him to the punch. And I got to give my outlaw a title. You think that's going to happen? Tell me in the comments what you think. You got Swerve coming out here next with AR Fox. Everybody does flips. Everybody does all that shit. He's no different. AR Fox is 185. He's lean. Swerve is like 2 sizes of him. And they always got to give like these competitive matches. Out of everybody that's on that roster, Tony, you pick Swerve and AR Fox over Roderick Strong, over Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole. You like to throw matches together. This is a match that's just thrown together. This is your video game match. It was just a match that was just there. Why? You've never seen AR Fox before. Well, I haven't. I don't even know who that guy is. And guess what? I'll never see him again. You'll never see him again. Swerve beat him. Then this is the Houdini act. Now, I thought that Swerve was out in the ring after he beat him and then want to give like a handshake to him. During all of this, Nana just walked backstage because this is his time now. He gotta get on set. He gotta be on cue. He gotta be on his spot. But why would he walk to the back without Swerve? So I was like, where the fuck was he? So Nana got pressed up backstage by Cornball. This man looked goofy as fuck. These fucking glasses. Like, dude, you not tough. And then he gonna do the I'm like, man, it's so fucking corny. I can't wait until I can put that graphic up. This dude of Patrice O'Neal saying, dude, you corny, from the Chappelle Show. Because that's all I think about when I see Ricochet. Like, he is not a threat, bro. And why the fuck you walk back there without nobody? See, it goes back into that. And Ricochet talking about something, you know what? Last week, you didn't even let me speak in front of that small-ass crowd when I had something to say. But guess what? Next week in Huntsville, Alabama, I'm going to say it all to the world. See, this is why I want to go to Huntsville next week. I want to see what this cornball going to say. Then we get a recap of Hobbs and Moxley from last week when Hobbs got choked out, beat the fuck up. Why should I care about him? I don't. But then they showed what happened with the stare down between him and Big Bill. And remember when I said I like that? I like it. And ironically enough, he's doing the exact same thing with Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. This shit is not coincidence. Shit is not coincidence. They're trying to one-up each other in subtle ways. I very much want to see. I very much want to see which out of the two were the better match, because they both have the same similar build. Braun Strowman's tall, Big Bill's tall, Hobbs is a monster, Jacob is a monster, you know, that dynamic. Interesting. I'm going to check both of them out. This is the part of the show where I was just like, you know, I don't even know it just went off the rails with me. It didn't went off the rails. It's just puzzling. This part is MJF came out there. He told this jobber who was already in the ring, because he was finna go up against Hangman, to get the fuck out the ring. And he gets into the ring and he's going on and on talking about Jeff Jarrett. And I'm like, why is it that you are talking you're spending your entire promo talking about this AARP guy like he's a threat to you? Shouldn't you come out here and say, I want to get into the title picture again? I don't want to see MJF and Jeff Jarrett. I don't want to see that. But he comes out here and he goes on and on about Jeff. And then Hangman interrupts him, told him to get the fuck out the ring. And you know what? Yes, get the fuck out the ring. Wasted potential this man is in this company. Baffled me. You just talking about Jeff Jarrett. This is the time that you want to use to talk about Jeff Jarrett? You have no business even feuding with this guy. You should be feuding with Hangman. Somebody like that. Hangman comes out there, beat this man. And then after that, he does Chris Daniels' old move. And this is another thing that I'm just like, why? It makes no sense. Daniels comes out in a neck brace, looking like a principal from school, with a shirt that's way too big for him. Don't put this man on TV like this. This man gonna come out here and say, look, man, all I wanted to do was be your fucking friend, because this is the place where all friends wrestling is. Everybody's fucking friends. This man said, look, man, all I want to do is be your friend, all right? And look, you fucked me up and now I can't wrestle no more. Are you happy? But don't worry, it's not your fault. What the fuck? And then just walked off. The show was a mystery at this point. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, so you come out there and you say, man, you gave me a death-defying match. Guess what? That was my last match I ever gonna have. But it's okay, though. It's okay. You fucked me up. Now I can't wrestle no more. You shouldn't have been wrestling in the first place. And I think I said that when I saw that match. You cutting yourself. You old as hell out here cutting yourself like that. The hell is going on here? All these old ass people in this company that just got these main spots. They're not Punk. Punk's 46 and he's in the stratosphere of stars. But these guys over here, they're just old and they act old. They look old. Edge is old. I'm getting mad. Mercedes was backstage, talked about how she got all the gold. Meanwhile, you got a world championship in this company that you failed to go even sniff. But you got all these secondary titles around here. But you want to portray that you this big bad bitch holding secondary championships. How is that making you a bad bitch? Please explain to me that. With bad weaves. These weaves are just itchy ass weave. I got itchy. I'm itchy now talking about it. Then the crazy girl from earlier came in here with the tits. When that came into the fray, that's all I couldn't stop looking at it. They big in your face, and she's playing a guitar, and they jiggly. I wasn't listening to nothing that she said, but she did sing a nice tune. She said, "I want to ride the money train." So I'm thinking that she's going to get a match with her somehow. What's her name? Harley something? She had the match with Julia on Collision. I wasn't paying attention to that either. But hopefully she can get her a match. She said, Mercedes was like, "Look, you ain't even won a match yet. And you're out here shaking your titties trying to get me to give you a match. If you don't get your ass up out of here." Somehow, some way, she's going to get that match with her. Jamie Hayter and Julia, again. Jamie beat her with a clothesline. Then after the match said, "You a tough bitch. If you want number 3, you know where to find me." Hobbs was backstage. I was surprised. I thought I'd never see you again. But here we are. Now you weren't wrestling on the show. They didn't put you out there. Because, and why would he not? Why? This is what I don't get. They beat this man down last week. In the eyes of the person who's watching this, why would this guy who's a monster, why wouldn't he want to get his get back on a guy that choked him out last week? This week, it's like nothing never happened. It's like it never happened. They showed you what happened in the video package, but I want to see this man get mad. I just lost an opportunity to be a world champion. Why am I wanting to deal with this man over in this losers group? How is that elevating anybody? Hold on. Ain't enough Hennessy that can take this pain away. Or how this man is being treated here. He's just going to be nothing until the day. His potential ruin. I think Big Bill has potential too, but he's in there with another person who's sopping the energy from him, Chris Jericho. They're going nowhere. Cope. Another thing that's like really just like irky right now. Malachi Black is going to WWE, right? So they do a video package. You got Julia still wearing the hat. You got Brody King walking a dog, and he got a ski mask on, and he's woofing. And then you got Buddy Murphy. So now they supposed to be street dudes now, right? They said that, enough of the magic shit, spooky shit. Now we finna get it real. The fuck? We're all leaders now. We're all leaders now. The real leader left. We're all leaders now. Watch and see how long this shit gonna last. It ain't gonna last that long. Boy. Man, he's so old. He looks old in the face. It's not. Why is he challenging for this world title? Edge won. He won. After the match is what the thing that was kind of like. Oh, and Edge used a new finisher. He used a cutter. He speared this man once in the back. And then the regular spear, 2 spears, and then he did this spinning TKO cutter for the win. He's trying to use a new move to go along with his new name. He don't want, when you see the spear, he don't want you to think of Edge anymore. When you see the cutter, now you think of Cope. I see what you try to do there. But after the match, is the Rock and Roll Express just following these dudes now? Like groupies? Because you would have think getting tied up weeks ago, you ain't got the balls there, buddy. You remember that? You ain't got the balls to do it, buddy. You ain't got the balls, buddy. And then he licked his lips. I'm like, the fuck? You ain't got the balls to do it, buddy. And then John put that tape on his face. Man, shut the fuck up. But they tied him up, beat their ass a couple of weeks ago on Collision. And now here they is doing the exact same thing, but this time they put the whoopings on them. Now they tied FTR up. And they was tied up, gagged up, and then he hit the man in the head with the chair. He said, man, it's a jungle out there, Cope. I tried to tell you. It was a jungle out there. It's your fault. It's your fault. Then that's when they came out to the arena. They came out from the back. Got in the ring, beat up Edge. And then Jay White came out. He got his ass whooped too. They choked him out and then they dipped. Now is your show. Where was Kenny? Where was Will? Were they still in the building? They couldn't come out there and help them? At the end of the episode, the man said Adam Copeland is going to need some serious medical attention. Ain't nobody gonna call that man by his name. They gonna call him Adam Copeland. They ain't gonna call him no fucking Cope because they know that shit's stupid. Said he gonna need some serious medical attention. What about the man that just got his head bashed in the back? You ain't said nothing about that. You ain't said nothing about this old ass man back there. But you gonna say Adam Copeland, he's gonna need some serious medical attention. Oh boy. The grade. What will I give this? I'll give it a C+. The Hurt Syndicate, the tag team champions, I like. Like I said, we need to hit the reset button on every champion in this company. We got the TNT champion, the international champion, the Continental Champion, the Trios Champion, the TBS Championship, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. What's another title? Bro, that's 6 championships I just named that needs new champions. You just changed one of them tonight. That's a step in the right direction. That's why you got the C+. I was going to give this show a C-, but a C+ it's all right in my book. They're here next week in Alabama, so that should be fun. I may go to that show. I may end up going. I'm going to check out Collision. I just want to see that match, but I know I'm going to end up watching that whole goddamn show. I don't want to. I'm going to try not to because I don't know, man. But anyways, that's what happened on Dynamite tonight. So I hope y'all liked it. It was all right. It's a lot of potential, but still got a lot of work to do. It's getting late. So I'm finna hightail it out of here. Finna go roll one up and watch, Matlock or some shit. I don't know. Whatever's on Max. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all later.